Hello people, my name is Joshua Cuylar. I'm a basketball player. I played professional overseas this past season in Chile in the Liga Nacional movie star. Um, tell you a little bit about myself and my basketball journey. I started when I was 4 years old, and I just loved playing basketball. My uncle, he played for Arizona State in the Pac-10, and he really got me into the sport of basketball. Even growing up as a kid, my favorite team was the Chicago Bulls, and my favorite player on the Chicago Bulls, it wasn't Jordan, it was Scottie Pippen. I always try to model my game after him, being so versatile. So it's just like part of my passion. My basketball journey, I went to Lakewood High School. Didn't get to play so much. My grades were bad, so I transferred to Verbum. My mom made me a proposition and told me if I wanted to play basketball and was serious about it, then we can transfer to another school, since she knew the coach and he needed players. So my sophomore year, I went to Verbum High School, and we had a lot of transfers in. We had a NBA guy, Amir Johnson. He came in with the same class as me, and we actually had a good team. We had a good squad. They already had the foundation. They were a powerhouse to be reckoned with anyway. Every year they win CIF and go to state. So they, in Division 4, 4A in California, they already produce guys. I mean, Verbum has produced some very good talent these past couple of years, and even over decades and stuff. Like we had Andre Miller and Raymond Lewis, which is like he's a legend in all LA. He's a legend. He played against like the Bill Waltons and stuff like that. He had his chance in the NBA and messed it up. So we also have other former NBA players. I can't name them all, but there's a bunch of guys that went to Verbum and played professionally in NBA and overseas. And right now the program's not doing so well, but it should be pretty, picking up pretty soon. Somebody's going to bring that program back up. But in high school, I really played. I was limited. I was on and off the team, so I was very limited, and I didn't take my grades that seriously. My last 2 years, and I didn't really think there was nothing beyond me playing basketball in JUCO until I really looked at playing for like a small school. So I did my research and the whole summertime and try to get a school, and I was already late. It's already summer, guys already give out scholarships, so I was looking for a late scholarship school, and I happened to find a couple that were giving out late scholarships, and they both were located in Iowa. One school was called St. Ambrose. The second one was the one that I went with, was William Penn University, and I went out there and was actually a redshirt in my first year. And to give you some insight on that, I wasn't really focused. I don't think I was ready to go right out of school from high school at that point in time, because my structure of me doing everything on my own, and it was by myself, especially in college, I wasn't really disciplined. So that, on top of being in a small town in Oskaloosa, Iowa, compared to being in a big city like Long Beach and Los Angeles, California, it's a major difference, because we have a lot of stuff to do out here, and out there I was really supposed to just go out, get my grades right, play basketball, work out, and achieve my goals. But at that point in time, I wasn't that focused, and I was listening to my friends, at the time, And some advice, didn't apply to me, but I always felt in my mind I could always play D1, and they were like in that ID2 school. So, you know, instead of like, oh, God opened the door for me to play at a small school and perform, I kind of pissed it off. And when I came back home after that year, I didn't really play so well. So I tried to go to another school. I went down to San Diego City, talked to the coach. He was kind of shaky and stuff like that, and I was supposed to go to San Diego City and then transfer to San Diego State, but the coach that my mom was talking to for me, he got fired that year, so she didn't tell me, and I was still trying to play basketball, and I was going through, just the obstacles of trying to be a man and being on my own, because I moved out my mom's house and started living with my uncle and had to work full time. And I was going down a road I didn't feel like I thought was in the direction I wanted to pursue my dream. So my friend of mine, my best friend actually, Brandon Anderson, me and him, we actually decided to go into the military, and we decided to go to the Army. And we did the proper steps to do that, but he got withheld at that point in time because of a recruiter, and really the recruiter lied and couldn't, told him he couldn't get him off, which he could, because I found that out when I was in basic training. But I went ahead and just signed the contract, and my contract was like for 2 years, 5 months to be in the military active duty. So I was in the Army for 2 years, and my recruiter also told me that I could play in the All-Army squad, which is the best of the best in the Army, and their job is just to play basketball. But when I got into the Army first with the impression I don't want to be here, I didn't want to be here, and stuff like that. So I had that in my mind in the first, but then as I got used to it, I started to like it. So my year that I got deployed, I got to my unit, got deployed, and I was in Iraq for a whole year, and I was really contemplating on just staying in the military for another 5 years and fighting for our country, going to the special operations side for a new challenge, and become special forces, and do that and wear a green beret. But instead, while I was trying to do all that, I didn't get the kind of contract I wanted to re-enlist. And since the military at this point in time, they were downsizing the Army, since I didn't re-enlist in the window that I had the chance to, I ended up getting out in March of 2010. So from March in 2010, I've been out of the military, and I really wasn't, in shape. I was actually like lying around. Like I was used to waking up every day early for the past 2 years and a half, almost 3 years, and just waking up and doing exercises and exercising and being in really good shape. But like for a month or two, I just was slacking off. And my girlfriend, we were staying with each other at the time. I just happened to have, her mom. She was with us because times are hard. She was telling me if I felt like if I regretted anything, then just give it another shot at playing basketball. I always talk about basketball. Give it another shot. I said I could play with those guys, and I believed in my heart I could. So, I went to my original plan, because even when I was in the Army, I was like 2 years to get out, go to school. Army pays for my school. Get on the team, on a basketball team, play for like 2 years or so, like that. Get off, and then play overseas, or be in a position to play in the NBA or something like that. So I just pursued my dream, and I did the whole year. I did it a year of just pursuing my dream of playing basketball. Now, August, I did my first tryout for the Bakersfield Jam. I did pretty good. My first game, my second game, guys didn't want to pass so much, but I did pretty good for my first tryout. And then my second tryout, it was like the competition was like probably 2, 3 steps lower than what the competition I faced. So it was a lot easier. So I dominated the whole group, and I was the best one there. And they invited me to training camp. But when I got to training camp, the coach, I guess he weeded me out, and I needed to work on a couple things like as my defense and moving my feet, my footwork and stuff like that, and reading plays. I've been out of it for a couple years, as you expect. So I wasn't. I guess he didn't believe I was ready, and then I got invited to another training camp, and I believe I could have made that team, but there was some politics with that and stuff like that. So I don't really hold anybody against of my journey. I kept on struggling, kept on going. I attended some camps this past summer and the springtime of last year, and I did pretty well. And then I was just building my resume. That's the whole thing. When you get into this business, you gotta build your resume. Especially with guys. Guys come to me, they think that, oh, you sign with an agent, your agent gets it, gets the job for you and everything. But the agent is not gonna look at you if you don't have no resume. He don't care how good you look right then and there. Sometimes, if you don't have a resume to back your talent up, then there's only so much that he can try to do and sell you. So, with that being said, my resume was limited because of my first year, red shirt, and I didn't get to play at all. So I had to figure out other ways to showcase my abilities, and I bought a camcorder and just start recording everything, and just record everything that I can basketball related, whether I'm going to this tryout or that tryout, or playing a street ball game or something like that. And this past summer I did everything. I played all over LA. I played in Nike Road Run. I played Venice Beach. I played Venice Beach. I was at Venice Beach, and we even played in Skid Row, which is like where all the homeless people stay at. So I was down in Skid Row balling in their little cage at their park, and I was staying at that point in time in Ontario, so I just drive back and forth and just playing in San Diego, and I was just all over SoCal trying to play and try to get some footage of myself so I could showcase my ability. And that's what a lot of guys, y'all need to do, is just showcase your ability, showcase what you can do, right? And just focus on those things. I'm a good offensive rebounder for my size and my position, and I believe that I'm the best offensive rebounder for my size and my position. I do believe that because of my positioning, and mainly guys don't crash the boards like I do, and I get rebounds over guys that are 5-6 inches taller than me. They might jump higher than me, but I'm in the right position, in the right spot, and I kind of have like a quick, I would say, second step just to grab the rebound. So I just focus on what I can do and try to improve on the things I need to work on that are my weak areas, and just keep on played in the national, the D League. I did the D League thing again, and didn't work out like I planned it would. But before that, I was talking to an agent, and they were interested in signing me. So before I signed with them, I contacted one of the players, and me and this player right now we're very cool with each other to this day. We still talk. We talk anytime he can talk to me and give me advice, he does, and vice versa. And I just appreciate that. And he actually gave me my first gig to play in Chile, and I played. So when I went down to Chile and played, it was a different experience. It was a great experience. I like to shout out to all my guys on that El Sabueso team and the whole El Sabueso family and everybody around it, surrounding it, because next year, they should be doing some damage. This is the first year, and they're a small club and kind of like financially limited, but for the first year we did pretty well, and compared to guys and teams that were already established. So we had some good games, we had some bad games. I went through your typical up and downs as a rookie playing overseas basketball, and I was trying to currently looking for another job, and hopefully I get another one for next season. I believe I could play on any level, and I believe that if the teams gave me the chance, I can perform on any level also. So if you're a team or your agent or your coach, you're looking at this, my character as a person and the player, I just want to show you, some of the things that I go through, some of the things that that people don't get to see from our side, from the guys that aren't from the biggest schools, or didn't have the best resumes to play overseas. I'm talking from a guy that's like underground. Basically, for me, I feel like I was a guy that basically came off the street and played professionally overseas, and I still have no agent to this day, with no agent, and NBA lockout occurring in the same year, which is very hard because not a lot of guys, even guys that had better resumes than me, they still didn't get overseas this past season. So saying all of that, like, I feel like I have accomplished a lot, even though even coming from my limited background, and it is possible. I believed in God and put God first in that situation, and He blessed me with it. So you can, if you believe in God and do the right things and build your resume and be ready at all times, you can do the same thing and work hard in the gym also. I took my time working hard in the gym, and right now I need to get back into the gym, but I worked hard and I was persistent in everything that I did, whether it was information, knowing an agency, and knowing stuff, this and that, because there's a lot of myths, and a lot of guys don't tell the truth to you when you're in this industry. There's a lot of lies that go around. There's a lot of people that will try to manipulate you and say certain stuff or criticize your performance. And a player, you can go up or down, and that can hinder your performance on the court sometimes because you're thinking too much. So the biggest thing I tell guys is just go out there, play their game, and do what they can do. And that's what any NBA team or scout, they'll tell you. Just showcase your ability and show that you can bring something to the table. And I believe I'm a hard-working player, and I love to improve my game. And if I get in the right situation, that anything is possible. I feel like I can achieve my dream of playing in the NBA, even if it's on a 10-day contract, even if it's preseason, and just getting a chance to play at a high level or play on a EuroLeague level too. I believe I can make it. I'm only 24. I turn 25 next month, and I believe I have 10 plus years of good basketball in me. So in those 10 plus years, I haven't even hit my prime yet as far as basketball is concerned, and my potential is still rising. I'm still learning every day. I'm still improving, so, and I'm willing to learn and willing to improve, and I believe that if I stay this way and stay hungry, that I will be successful. And really too much, I'm not a guy that asks for another guy information. I don't really try to beg for people to help me. I'm a guy that likes to listen to the stories of other guys that played overseas and analyze their stories and try to fix what they didn't do right and learn not to make the same mistakes and build on that, if you get me. So like I didn't like with the whole Chile thing. I didn't expect it at all. I really didn't expect it. That was just God, and He just led that guy to believe that I was ready to play professionally overseas, and gave me the people's connection and information so I can achieve my goal. Because I'm just saying, with my kind of limited background in my resume, I'm really not supposed to be playing professional overseas. But since I'm so persistent and I don't give up so easily, and it's in my mind that I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna keep doing this, and I don't listen to just like one person say something. Like, there's a lot of critics. I have a lot of critics. My friends criticize me. Guys I play with criticize me. I mean, I've been criticized the whole time I've been playing basketball. So to get that out the way, it's like okay, you hear it, bounce off. I'm doing something else. If I didn't have a good performance today, tomorrow I could have a better performance. And that's the good thing about basketball. I mean, any day or any game, you can just have a good game and get off like any game. Nothing is really kind of certain sometimes, because with basketball, anything can happen, and that's why I love it. I love the sport. I love being passionate about it, and I just believe that things will take place where it's supposed to be. So saying that, this summer, this 2012, I'm trying to participate in a couple things. Right now, the West Coast Basketball League is going on. I'm trying to get into that. I'm trying to get onto a team. The JBL program, JBL Pro-Am, is next Sunday. So hopefully I'm going to show you some footage of that and try to get onto a team, because right now I'm not currently on a team, so I still got to prove myself. Still got to do this, still got to do that, and be persistent. And showing you through my summers, my workouts, probably show you my workouts, show you how I interact with people, certain places I might go to this summer, and just showing you the whole resume. So if you like what you see, just continue to comment, give me some feedback, and if you have any questions or any information, I can be reached at Joshua Cuylar 02@gmail.com, or J Cuylar. Let me take that back. J Cuylar 02@gmail.com, or J Cuylar 02@yahoo.com. And if you need any more information, if you're a team, you want to Skype me directly, my Skype is JC aka Flash on Skype. That's my screen name. And if you want to contact me by phone, you can email me first, and I give you my contact by phone so we can talk to each other. I'm a very approachable guy. If you see me on the street or at a tryout, if you're a guy that's you see this, you see me on the street, you see me on a tryout, I'm very approachable. If you just ask me a question, I try to give you my best answer. And just I just want to keep it real and 100 at all times. So thanks for taking the time to even look at my video blog, as I call it, and just enjoy the journey. Bye.
Shorty, if you love me like you lost and you can't find your way without me, then you won't.